into all this junk now because it is now coated with this film, this stuff that smells kind of like bug spray, kind of like bug, I don't know, droppings, shit. It's all over the and I clean this stuff every 5 days. I clean the center here. Every time before, I vacuum this whole place before. And then I leave, smells okay. I come and say, what is that smell? So I bought one of these things, right, to help it. But, it's kind of easy to, when you come in here and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we'll fuck this thing up too. Let's put some bug spray in here. And then what I do is, I turn it off or keep it on? I don't know. I wait. So this is what they have been doing to me. Oh, you're just going crazy. Oh, you need to stop taking that acid because it's making you hallucinate. You fucking moron. Sorry, I'm cursing because I'm really not happy about what these people have done to me. And there's people out there that either are taking their side or not believing me. Well, fuck you. Don't comment on my stuff and go somewhere and sit down and watch. Because I was a programmer for 25 years in corporate America, and I was pretty damn good in determining what was right and what was wrong. And you know what? What they've been doing to me for the last, going back now, I hope I have enough time. Going back to the first time that I was put into Monmouth. I was at my place, in my backyard, and I was 2 days I was up maybe, doing whatever I needed to do that. Because that was a day and a half, whatever it was. Because this is what I am right now, this person right now, that's able to clearly stand up for himself and others that need it. Without having to worry, I'm sorry, I just broke something that I needed. See, damn it. That needed. And and so then my ex-girlfriend, oh my God, what are you doing? You have to stop doing that. It's enough. You have to leave. Very dramatically, almost like theater-like. And then my friend David Ziegler, who was like, hey man, look at me, sat with him during Ibogaine experiences where he was fucking off his. I could have called the crisis squad any of those 4 days. He got into a car and drove around, not even understanding where the fuck he was. I tried to stop him, and he goes, "No, man, I'm fine." I said, what happened today? I said, really, dude? And I was like, okay, this son of a, this person, my ex-girlfriend decides to go barbecue and say, oh, I'm going to be called David Ziegler. Dave, I don't know what's happening to John. He's just going like crazy. Like maybe it's just drugs. So can you come over and tell me what the fuck to do to him? So Dave comes over and says, hey, John, you need to stop doing those things that you're doing. That this and that. Very judgmentally. For somebody that fucking trips his balls off on ketamine, injecting ketamine in himself. Yeah, I'm going to say it's because of all the things that he slandered me on. And then I watched him. I held 2 bottles of ketamine that he bought, and he was injecting himself with it every day, I think, for a while, until, he got off it. He was like, oh, I got to get off it. So he had the nerve to convince or maybe it wasn't convinced. Maybe they just together decided to call the crisis squad. Now, Barbara says, oh, I thought they were going to hold you for 1 day. Really? You work in a place where there's mentally ill patients all the time. You work in a place that handles mentally ill, that coaches them, and you're telling me that you didn't realize that they were going to fucking hold me for 7 days? So they came, and they surrounded me, and then this woman from Monmouth, she did it to me twice, right? Monmouth. They call her over, and there's 6 cops in my backyard. 6 cops around me, right? 6 cops around me with life vests, guns. Hey, yeah, and they just say, hey, how's everything going? it's a nice backyard you have here. You'd be planting all this stuff. I said, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Money's the root of all evil. I was saying, well, so what are you doing back here? I'm expressing myself. I'm an activist. I said, really? Well, we're gonna. You seem a little tense. Well, there's 6 armed officers with life vests in my backyard when I was talking to God. I was talking to God, and he's kind of upset that you guys are doing this to me. Well, the nurse from Monmouth is going to come, and she's going to talk to you. Because you might have a little problem because we heard that you broke up with your girl. She actually, all of a sudden, something clicked and all of a sudden, I'm out, and then she's not leaving. Oh, I love you, honey, but we can't work it out. Really? We tried, but okay, it doesn't really fucking matter. I'm sorry I'm cursing, it's just, you can bleep it out if you want. Okay? Or put the hands over your kids' ears when I do that. Oh, honey, hold on. So, in the backyard. And this is a long story, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go, because this is the story that ends up becoming the catalyst to the 2 other times that it happened to me, and then everything else that's fucking happened to me. So anybody says, oh, you did this to yourself. You had a problem with your wife. You had a problem with your family. You had a problem with your work. Oh, it's you have to accept your right. Really? Except if somebody was doing it to me out of spite and knew exactly what to do to bring me to the place where I was going to be kicked out of this place. Right, Mara? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna go back and edit that. Because she thinks she's the only one that has fucking spirit guides that tell her what the fuck to do. But maybe you should have asked them, okay, do you think John, spirit guides, will know that I did this? Or I helped? I think maybe he should, he's going crazy in that place. You see all the stupid paintings? It was so nice when me and him, it was yay. I'm sorry to be, it's not judgmental. I'm just very pissed. Sorry, please don't call the cops on me. I'll quiet down, please. So the Monmouth lady comes up to me and says, well, Mr. Eustace, so tell me, do you want to hurt yourself or anybody? No, I said, I was just talking to God a few minutes ago. I don't want to hurt anybody, lady. But, so what are you talking about back here? And who are you talking to? I'm just expressing, I'm actually performing, I'm an activist, and I'm actually talking about the things that, I got my activist like, okay. You seem a little edgy. Okay. Well, I'm Italian from New York, Have you meet one of those? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, we're going to recommend, what? We're going to recommend that we take you to fucking prison. No. To a fucking psych ward? Now, I'm thinking this woman got paid off by somebody. I'm thinking, maybe there's somebody that really wanted me in that psych ward. And maybe we'll go over later on. Maybe we'll find out another story that even transcends and crosses this one. So Mama Lady goes, you're going to go first to do your for evaluation. And then you're going to go to the other place. I know. I'm talking about what's happening now, and then I'm going back, But the gist of the story is that I spent 7 days the first time in a mental institution where they were forcing me to take medication. And the woman I lived with for 7 years, bought a house with, right? She did. I didn't tell anybody at first. I don't want to, But it's like, wait a second, I'm not telling anybody, and then I'm keeping it secret. Who's that? Like my sister, right? And my sister and Barbara seemed to be very friendly. Did they know each other before they met me? I don't know, maybe. That's spirit guide's like, maybe. Getting warm. So then, 7 days. And then I come back, and then I can't sleep right over there. I have to sleep. And then I got to sleep in my sister's house, and I start feeling like, I said, can we sleep? Yeah. And then it's just like, that way. And then it's like, I go back to her, and it just became more and more confusing because the people around me were kind of like, whoa, sorry, you can't come here anymore. Oh, sorry, you can come here, sweetie, and I take care of you now. Oh, wait a second, my studio. all of a sudden I ended up back there again because I was in Bradley Beach talking about the same thing I was talking about. Because now I didn't have a backyard to do anymore. I didn't have a backyard to do dancing. So I had the choice of like walking all the way to the beach or doing it in front of my place, which is a nice energy. Huh? Maybe sometimes late night, whatever it is, I chose to do that. And that, now the second time the phone call happened, remember I told you about the girl across the street that Belina hired? Well, I believe she's the one that called every time. And the reason she did it is because she wanted me in there because she was getting paid, right? She was getting paid by Belina to make sure somehow I was thrown in jail. Oh, no. A mental institution. Sorry, please don't call the police. I won't do that again. And the police come, like, you see? Maybe she called again. She called the second time. How do I know this? I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I was a really good programmer. And my intuition was really good. And I think it was those spirit guides even back then. It's like, now it's like, hey, yeah. Well, yeah, think about it. She did all these things to try to, you know, I was out there. She's like, her dog was running around. Oh, I'm helping you wake the dog. Wait, go in the backyard and go through the back. All these things that she was doing out front there. Hey, how are you? Sometimes subtle, sometimes, you know. I didn't realize, oh, wait a second, that's me getting out. And this guy too, the bar's like, hey, you know, I play guitar. Yeah, hey, come on. And he's like, oh, go in the back door. And that's when they came in, because they wanted to come in when I was here so they can fuck things up that I was doing. See? At that moment, whatever I had there, maybe food, whatever it is, if we can fuck with it now, he'll go manic and throw back. I mean, I don't know if to the point they were trying to kill me yet. Like I think last couple of days, they have been. I don't know. This is a recording to eventually go to the police, or at least my memories, like everything else that's happened to me. So then, the second time, they called, and then the cops come again. I have already won. Once you have one, and well, guess what happened? The mama lady comes, and because the cops were actually okay, they came back and forth a few times. But then at one point, the mama lady was. I wonder who called the mama lady. She was in the neighborhood, really, and she did it to me again twice. Hi, Mr. Yusuf. This is again. I know. Have you ever taken any medications? Not really. Okay, what's the problem? You know, we suggest you taking the medication. If not, we'll throw you back in the same place. Okay? It's easy as that, lady. Sir. So then she contributed to me not being there for another 7 days, 5 days. And the last time was 7 days. The last time was when the cop beat the shit out of me and maced me and stuff. Same thing. Out there, was doing something late early in the morning, and someone called. Now, I thought it was the neighbors upstairs, but I'm actually thinking, you know, stop it, man. They probably do. I asked if you, please, just let me know if it's too loud. They didn't call. Everybody else is like, the person right across the street from me that was getting paid by my landlord to get me out. Well, she had a really good reason. So I talked to the cop yesterday. I said, can you tell me if it's the same person calling the police? Because he came yesterday too. I'm sure that she called. And he was like, oh, no, not really. It's confidential. But you can put an inquiry into if I go to the police station, put an inquiry into and you know, there's ways to see like, oh, if it's the same person. How about she called, you know, she got her friend to call? Maybe. But you see a pattern, right? Maybe. Okay. So that's what I'm probably going to get a lawyer at this point to do, because these people, I mean, he's like, I have a lawyer and you're going to pay for my service when I kick you out. So, number 3 times, so 3 times in a row. And then after that, I think the police were actually like, now feeling sorry for him, because they probably realized it was the same person. Because then even last night, even Officer Pickett that beat the shit out of me, was like, all right, man, why don't you just go back inside? So they were all like, yeah. So I'm thinking, like, maybe they're understanding a little more about it's not me, but it's somebody that's targeting me. And and maybe because I'm an artist, and they see the art. What are you doing, painting tonight? Yeah, I'm painting in here. And I was actually out there a little bit dancing. I had the music playing, and I just felt like dancing in front of my doorway. But there's somebody that, somebody, if you're disturbing the peace of the music's too loud, it's like they have a right to call. It's like 8:30 afternoon, Sunday. 8:39, no, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sun, it was like almost not even completely dark. And the cops came. But they were okay with me. So I'm saying, person across the street. And then all of a sudden, last night, I get this, the fans came on at that time. I like, all of a sudden, and my mouth is dry, and it's like pasty. And I drink, everything that I drink has that same bug, disinfectant, Lysol, kind of like mixed. So all of a sudden, from up here, this part over here, this was my display design was over here. So from here, I start seeing like this shit flying down. It's almost like they stuck a straw or something in there, and we're blowing it through. Now I had these things covered, so somebody could have been doing that when I was in the back, when I went to the store, whatever it is. But it was like flowing down into my blankets and stuff. Then I'm looking at it, holy shit, this thing. So last night I'm like, oh man, this is really happening. They're trying to kill me, or at least get me to my clients, get them infected, with something there. I don't know what they're capable of. They're capable of putting roaches in there. They're capable of putting rodents in my house so they can bite the wire. They're capable of doing that because I know. Why do I know? Because they've been capable of doing things that let me see. What else? Who people do that? I think mobsters kind of do that, right? Because they want to get money from the people that get them out. It's like, if you get out, burn the place down. It's like, okay. So what they're doing to me, and anybody who doesn't believe me and watching this, you know what? Go keep on watching your TV program, because your TV program is happening to me. And if you don't believe it's happening to me and I'm crazy, then who knows more about what's happening to me right now? You that is fucking watching something, and you that is reading something, or me that it's just happening to? So I'm just sorry that some of the comments have been like incredible. I just realize where people are coming from. So all this. So this morning, the landlord goes, "Oh, yeah, no, don't come near me." He did this for like 5-10 minutes. Like, really? And I was like raising my voice, saying, "Yeah," because now I'm like pissed off that all this is happening to me, right? And then so I'm telling him, and he goes, "Oh, you're just crazy. You're just that." So I start taking the stuff and I start pulling it out because it smells like fucking bug spray. It smells like. I pull it out and throw it in front of this fucking place. Just pull it all out. That's what I did. And the landlord, then he leaves, right? And then he comes back and he's acting really friendly. Oh, I asked him to clean the stuff over there, and the stuff that was pouring down the sides. He goes, "Oh, maybe before, blah, 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 So okay, so as a program, what exactly was his plan of action? Came in there angry, and then like, "Don't get near me," to get me like more angry. Manic, huh? Then he leaves. And he goes, does something. Maybe he calls the police. And then he comes back and goes, "Oh, hi, John. And maybe we should do this. And, I think you're doing too many of those drugs, because you're hallucinating all this stuff that's happening to you. Do you have any proof of that? You should get cameras." Very nicely, right? And I'm like, the fuck is this asshole doing? What is this asshole now doing here? Oh, and then I'm like, oh, wait a second. What is he doing? He called the police, and because the police are going to come and say, "Oh, he was acting very manic. Did you see him acting very manic?" And I was just being nice. So I'm like, and so then what happens? Like 10 minutes later, the cops come. And they talk to me. And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. This is what's happening. Goes, "Oh, you're going to have to take all this stuff that's out here and bring it back inside. You can't leave it out here. It's a tripping hazard." But it's got it's infected. I don't know, bro. Whatever. We'll take a report later on. So I took this stuff and brought it back in here. Didn't get manic, didn't get pissed off, didn't get, "Ah!" No, because when I do that, I'm smart enough to realize I'm doing it because I'm trying to get stuff out of me. And let's see, in the middle of the afternoon with 2 cops in front of me and the guy that's trying to kill me and push me out of the house and hiring people, maybe not a good idea to do that with, because they're all going to use that against me. So I brought everything inside, I was pissed off. And Mr. Landon goes, "Okay, all right, well, John, you take it easy, okay? We'll talk to you soon." So then he goes, and then the cops, I talked to them a little bit, and said, blah, blah, blah. And said, "All right, well, we're gonna investigate it. We'll do it for a report." and we'll let you know what's going on. He said, yeah, I'm sure you're going to do that. Without me getting a lawyer and spending a lot of money to follow up, right? Because I'm not that important, right? You, Officer Pickett, you kicked the shit out of me last time I saw you, so twice, almost twice. So yeah, you're gonna do that for me. Whatever. So now I brought this back on the side. I was over there. I'm actually like, I think somehow, maybe when I started to tell the neighbors that I have spirit guides, and it's kind of funny that the neighbors are to the, let's see, if I'm facing it to the left of me, the hardware store, I kind of think like they had the same ceiling, so it's kind of easy to go into the ceiling, right? And the same vents going from my to say, hey man, all right, we're turning them on now, boom, boom, and somehow direct gaseous fumes in there. That would be convenient because most of it was coming from this wall. This wall, I felt too, but those people are, my spirit guys. So I'm saying this side, all this up here and this over here, these two things, they at night they come up a little bit more. It's almost like they have a little tube that. Oh, you're just making this start up. Yeah? Tape pasty. So maybe I think, after saying to them, like, I got spirit guys, but the ceilings are kind of the same. I think maybe he got the hint and didn't do it tonight. Because tonight, I'm not smelling it unless I do it like they do it like if I decide to stay all night and like 3 o'clock, all right, ready, let's go. He stopped videotaping it. So that's what they did. I don't know what else. I don't know what else they did. I don't know exactly, but if they're capable of doing that, they're capable of doing anything to any of my instruments that I use for healing. So right now, I cleaned everything well the other day. I think maybe it's just a little bit too, and then it happened again. And it happened to the point where it's like, okay, now I have to. It's done. I'm out of here. I will leave because I don't really want to be here unless somehow miraculously these people, let's see, pay for their actions against me and my business for the last 3 months, 4 months. I've lost so much. I have lost so much. And like I was sorry, you gotta leave by 8:31. That's what my lawyer said. Sorry. So talk to the damn officer, I can remember that thing? It's like, yeah. We're still working on the paperwork. We'll get back to you when we're done. So me, it's like, stay here and get killed. Now, maybe if they realize I'm leaving 8:31 anyway, they'll stop fucking trying to kill me. Right? So that's what I've done. That's who I'm blaming. And again, my spirit guides, taking out the times that they were just fucking with me because they needed to get something out of me, like a reaction. They've been 100% truthful and, let's see, all-knowing about the things that are about to happen to me. So, I'm going to be here till 8:31. Start taking all these down, figuring out what to do. They can go fuck themselves in this place because I'm not going to be tortured by whoever they are. In the meantime, I will take as much evidence as I can, and then maybe I'll come back riding in with a lawyer, and sue the fuck out of these people for jeopardizing my life. Because I have to go to the. I haven't gone to the doc yet because I don't want to find out yet, man. I gotta get out of this place first and out of this what they do. Oh, you're just going crazy. You're just why would we do that? Hey, Belina, I sent you a text. I had to change the key to the back door because I think somebody's coming in and doing things to the thing. You think she would write back and say, "Oh, John, that's crazy. I'll get somebody to look at it." She didn't text back. What does that tell you? It's like, she didn't get the text. Really? She got all my other texts. She gets my money every fucking on Venmo every fucking month. So this is my story. This is what's happening to me. This is what's happening to me. Right? That wasn't like that. came in and unscrewed those things. I can go up there and screw them, but I don't want to do that. I want to leave the evidence for when, Oh, yeah. Let's see. Jeopardizing and I think that's attempted murder of me, of the other tenants in this building, of every one of my clients that walked in here. So that's a class action lawsuit I believe I'm going to be doing. And you know what? I got I got a little bit of cash left in the bank that I was going to use to do as much shit as I wanted to do, so then I can get this out of my fucking head. But inside, maybe I'll just use that for a lawyer. Maybe that's a good idea this time. And I got all the evidence. Oh, you find the evidence? When you find evidence, just bring it to the police station and we'll look it over. So I get a lawyer to do that. Testing air quality. Talking to the other tenants. Did you smell like something, like almost like intense like chlorine? And like a certain odor and a certain thing? Yeah, every time he came home, he must have been doing some kind of drug down there that made the odor. It's like, no, maybe it was the girl doing that here to make it look like it was me. I'm just saying. I smelled it too. Yeah? If I was doing it, I probably wouldn't smell it. But I smelled it too. I saw it coming out of the vents. I saw what they were doing. Everything that smoke rises. Anything like that rises up into the other place. So, jeopardizing their lives. Everybody that's involved in it, what is that? Accomplice to attempted murder? And if you would have got away with it and actually murdered me, then it would have been murder. Because that's why I do these videos. And I got a bunch of them. I haven't even posted yet about what I saw here happen over and over again. And there's more that I can't talk about right now because I think it's just weird. Wait when it comes out. So that's my story. You want to believe it? Yeah. You want to believe it? I'm making this shit up. Really? Go ahead. But if I was believing the landlord and anybody that was accomplice of them, I'd be a little bit scared right now. They're thinking this dumb hippie with the paintings. Just get him out of here. Just get him out of here. He's a little smarter than they thought he was. Yeah, everybody forgets I was a program for 25 years in corporate America. I made fucking shitloads of money solving solutions to fucking problems that I was given, that I analyzed, and I figured out, how did that happen? How did that happen? And with it came a knowledge of when somebody is fucking. Because the first time I was like, oh, it's just my imagination. It's everything I went through. But then I was like, wait a second. I went through a lot in my past, and I never imagined shit like this happening to me. So, ladies and gentlemen of the accused, unless you get somebody to murder me today or tomorrow, expect a phone call soon, man. And out there, if I get murdered today or tomorrow, then you'll know it was probably those people that I mentioned. That's my landlady, her husband, people across the street, a woman and a man. The woman changes her hair color every 3 days, so I think she wants to look different. So so she's got some piercings, and the husband's got like a ponytail. I don't know their names, because I don't really want to know their names. But they're right across the street from me. And then anybody that helped along the way. There's always people that help along the way, right? I'm not somebody that makes things up. If I thought I was paranoid about something, it's just shit. What's been happening to me, what my instruments feel like now, the layer of soot, and within a matter of weeks, the thing that I just bought 2 weeks ago, I was like, the outer layer has filth on it. It's like this oily film coming out of there. And I'm sure if a toxicologist comes in here and checks that and then checks that, you go, he said, it wasn't anything he was burning. It was stuff coming out of the vent. We just checked. Really? Okay. So internet, if I die between today and whenever this gets out, you'll know exactly. You know exactly. Probably, most likely, unless I get like, whatever. You know exactly who did it. Good luck, guys. And to all out there, good night. And what's that thing? Namaste to the people that deserve it. Like, some people just there's no spirit in you that's the same as me. There's some like serious, like evil, sinister thing inside of you that I don't want anything to be associated with. So the opposite of namaste to you. Good night.